Direct and Indirect Objects Part 2. So here we have an explanation. Another thing that's going to confuse you, I'm sorry. But notice how before we had a mi hermana. This definitely means, it's definitely to her, okay, or for her. But we have another a that means absolutely nothing. Okay, for example, veo a mi amigo. So direct objects, they receive, let's go back to that. Direct objects receive the action of the verb. Okay. Indirect objects receive something. Veo a mi amigo. You see a similar structure there compared to what we just saw before. Is amigo receiving the action of the verb, or is amigo receiving something? He is receiving the action of this verb. I see my friend. So then how do we translate this a? We don't. So this is something called a personal. Personal is like person. Okay? This is a special a for people. Okay? And this is a for people, and let's see, they're also direct objects. Veo a mi amigo. Conozco a Shakira. I'm familiar with her, or I've actually met her. Conozco a Shakira. This does not translate into English. Okay? But this is what you say with people, but you would say veo el museo. I see the museum. It's over there on the corner. This would never, ever, ever, ever have a. Nobody would ever say that. Okay? So this is just something particular to people. Veo el gato. Now we're going to see an exception. I see the cat. I know for some of you, your pets are members of your family. I get it. Okay? Entonces, veo a mittens. That's fine. I see mittens. Then you could use a the same way that you would use it with people. Many, many, many native Spanish speakers will do that. There's no problem. Okay? But generally, if it's not your cat, it's some random cat, you would say veo el gato. The museum, veo el museo. Okay? No need for a there. So that's a personal. And then we also have, there's some information here about where to place direct and indirect pronouns. So usually it's before a verb. But we can put them after a verb if there's an infinitive. Okay? And then with these structures, you can put the direct object attach it to the infinitive, or put it before the first verb. So here there are two verbs. Quieren darle, le quieren dar. Okay, you have a choice. So let's look at some more examples of that. Let me see. Okay. I think this is something we haven't covered yet. Whenever you have a verb after a preposition, the verb is always in the infinitive. Okay. Estoy contento de recibir el regalo. I'm happy to receive the gift. Although in Spanish, so we don't really have to know this yet, but since the book gave you an example, I'm going to tell you about this because we haven't done this structure. Okay, but here this is a preposition. I'm happy to receive. So we haven't done that yet, but this is the infinitive. If you wanna, if we both know we're both looking at the gift, you just gave it to me. I don't have to say el regalo. We're both looking at it. We both know what it is. So I'm happy to receive it. Estoy contento de recibirlo. All right. So this lo is replacing the gift. Okay. So there's one option. You can attach a direct object or indirect object pronoun to an infinitive. When you have these types of verbs very often have another verb that come along for the ride with them. Okay, like ir a. When you conjugate that, it's voy a, and then you put a verb. Voy a dar. I'm going to give. Voy a dar le un regalo a Jose. I'm going to give a gift to Jose. You can put le there, or you can put it over here. Le voy a dar un regalo a Jose. Okay. And then that's basically it.